What up, fam? Fresh here, and I'm back with another new video. And today we are going to talk about the movie Candyman. Not the new one that's coming out in a couple of weeks, but the one that came out in 1992. Yes, that Candyman. The one that scared the absolute shit out of 10-year-old me.
What's blood for, if not for shedding? With my hook for a hand, I'll split you from your groin to your gullet.
That movie gave you boys some nightmares for like a couple of days after I watched it, so I'm just saying. Anyway, like I was saying, I'm going to talk about this because there's some questions I have about Candyman that didn't hit me until I got older. And shout out to the homie Dave and the homie Causal. They both kind of inspired this because that was just like, these questions I never thought about. These are just some questions that I had, so that's what today's video is going to be about. Now, like I said, Candyman came out in 1992, so spoilers are going to be in here for this 29-year-old movie. Yeah, so beware. Now, Candyman is a movie about a woman named Helen, played by Virginia Madsen. She, along with her friend Bernadette, played by Casey Lemons, are grad students from Illinois who set out to do research on urban legends. Now, this leads them into hearing about one of the most prolific urban legends in the area, a serial killer known as Candyman, who was also played by one of the horror movie GOATs, the homie, the G, the legend, Tony Todd. Now, the story goes, if you go to a mirror and you say his name 5 times and cut the lights off, Candyman appears and he kills you. And like two complete gigantic idiots, Helen and Bernadette go to a mirror and they say his name 5 times. Well, Helen says his name 5 times. Bernadette was just like, nah, I'm chilling. She only said it 4. More on Bernadette later, though. Now, the thing with Bernadette is that movie really displayed my people, because even though we'll not believe some shit, we were just like, I'm not saying the name a 5th time. I know better than that. This is how people fucking die in movies. Like,
Oh, hell no!
your boy wouldn't have said that shit either. So I understand why Bernadette did what she did. Well, naturally, nothing happens, and they laugh about it. They go on with their lives and just pretend like, oh, it really is just a myth. So they go investigate in the Chicago housing projects known as Cabrini Green, which is where all of this is all the backdrop for where this movie takes place. Now, these projects are a focal point because it's the same spot where Candyman was killed at in his previous life, which, again, I'll get to that in a second. Helen finds out real quick that Candyman is real when he becomes her greatest stalker of all time and makes her life a living hell. I won't tell you everything that happens, because even though this is an old ass movie, you should go watch it because it's incredible. Like, it's one of the greatest horror movies ever. I love Candyman, and you should go watch it. So I won't spoil the rest of it. I will, however, give you Candyman's backstory, which is gonna lead into the questions that I have to ask. Now, Candyman was the son of a slave who got rich in industry selling shoes. That's what his dad used to do. He was a well-educated and eventually became a talented artist who did portraits of fellow elites. So he was the guy who he got to paint pictures of rich white people, basically. I'm just gonna put it in those terms. Well, he fell in love with the daughter of one of those rich white people that he took a portrait of, or that he painted. And you can pretty much guess what's going to happen from there back in those days. Now, it's cool if he paints pictures of them, but it's not cool for him to do what he did. So, naturally, they fell in love. He gave her the BBC, and she got pregnant. So, you can pretty much tell that her parents or her dad is going to be not happy. Not happy at all. So, when her father found out, clearly he was upset that his daughter succumbed to the Mandingo. So he hired some asshole townspeople to kill him. They caught up to him and they beat him up. They then proceeded to cut my man's right hand off, and they smeared his body with honey so he was stung to death by thousands of bees. Now, the hired townspeople then burned Candyman's body, and they scattered his ashes all over Cabrini Green, which are the projects that Helen is at today. So that all kind of circles back around. Now that you're caught up on Candyman's backstory and what's going on, these are some of the questions that I have to ask about this. Because, like I said, at the time, 10-year-old me wasn't thinking about any of this shit. Fast forward later in life, something just didn't sit right with me. For instance, knowing his backstory, right? Why would Candyman kill anybody black? Now hold on, before you start freaking out and thinking this is some like woke video or some social justice shit, it's not. It is a legit question. This man was beat and tortured and murdered and burned by the Klan pretty much. And he comes back by way of, I don't know, maybe he made some fucking pact with the devil. He comes back and starts haunting people who say his name 5 times. And some of them are black. Like, bruh, we didn't fuck you up. Hey man, I'm all for love who you love. I'm shout out to the rainbow spectrum. I like all women. But my point is, why would you kill anybody black? That wouldn't make any sense. Like, you just got fucked up by the Klan, and your first thought when you come back is like, shit, anybody can get it? Bruh, like, nobody black should die in Candyman's movies, even, which is weird because this takes place in the projects, which is the irony of this. So I don't understand how or why you were like terrorizing and murdering anybody black. Shout out to Bernadette. This is what I mean by what I said earlier. This comes back around to her because she was also a victim of this man. And I don't understand. Now, is she a fucking idiot for sitting in that room and what's her face while she was saying the names?
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm like, bro, if I'm Candyman and I saw her right, I'm not gonna kill her. Like, for what? Like, no, this is not. You're not my gripe. You're not who I want to like terrorize. Now, I'm not saying he should just go around terrorizing all white people too, especially like innocent people. I get it. But my point is, if you're gonna hit anybody or terrorize anybody, it just seems a little awkward that you would terrorize anybody black. It just seems weird to me. But you know, 10-year-old me again. I love Candyman. It's still a great movie. I still think you should watch it. That was just a question that I just had growing up. I was just like, why would he do that? So now here's another question. Shout out to Kaiser and shout out to Dave. Like, this is another one that I thought about. Like, let's say, for instance, right, you're in the mirror, you say his name 4 times, right? You don't say it that 5th when you leave. So let's just say, I don't know, maybe 5 years from now, right? I'm looking in the mirror and I say Candyman, right? Cut the light off and I'm getting ready to leave. Is he gonna appear then? Is there like a time limit on like the amount of times I have to say Candyman? Like, I never thought about that either. Like, what if someone said that, right, and they stopped and they were just bullshit, and then they just later on in life they were walking by a fucking mirror in the bathroom and they're just like, hey, Candyman, and then they cut the lights off. Like, is he gonna appear and kill him? It's like, is my man just sitting there waiting with his hand on that trigger to teleport to where they are, and he's just like, I'm bitch said.
Try me, bitch.
I'm gonna wait years for this shit. I'm gonna follow you around and wait years for you to say that 5th Candyman. And when you do, I'm gonna appear. Like, is that what he's doing? Is that what Candyman's doing? It just seems kind of weird. Like, I never thought about that until again later. I was just like, is there like an expired time? Like, why would he, like, what's the deal with this? That was another question. Now the final question I have, and this is the one that Kaiser pointed out to me, and he's right. So, Candyman's one entity, right? He's one ghost, or whatever you want to call him. So, if there's 5 people across the entire world who in sync say his name 5 times, and all 5 people cut the lights off, will he appear to kill all of them? Like, are there just like stacks of Candyman around that just come out and they're just like, we're gonna all kill you at the same time, or is it just one? And I never thought about that, and I was just like, that's actually a good point. I never thought about that. So I'm just sitting there thinking, like, say somebody's in Europe, somebody's in Japan, somebody's in fucking Australia, America, Canada, and all of them are just like Candyman 5 times, cut the lights off. Who dies first? Or do they all die at the same time? How does that work? Inquiring minds want to know. Those are the 3 questions that I had when it came to this movie. Now, again, Candyman is an incredible movie. Shout out to the homie Tony Todd and everybody else involved in this first movie. And it made me want to make this video because the new one's getting ready to come out. And I'm curious to see the direction that they're going to go with that. Like, if they do kill somebody black, I'm gonna ask that same question again. Or unless they change the backstory of Candyman in this one and it's not that. Maybe he didn't get killed by these old slave Klansmen, or maybe it's something else. I don't know. Which, if that's the case, then I'll understand, because That first original one, I was like, this just doesn't make sense why he's doing this, but okay. So yeah, I'm pretty pumped up to see the new Candyman. It looks amazing, and I will be in theaters watching it with my mask on, fully vaccinated. I'm not telling y'all to get vaccinated before y'all start freaking out again, thinking I'm infringing on your rights and shit. I don't care if you get vaccinated or not. I am. So I'm gonna go to the movies with my mask on. I'm gonna go watch it, and I can tell you one thing I'm not gonna go do. I'm not gonna go look in the mirror and say his name 5 times and cut the lights off. That's just not gonna happen. No, no, no. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you ever had these kind of questions, let me know, man, because do these make sense to you? Like, some of these don't make sense to me. These are just kind of weird little things in movies that just kind of like, I mean, they didn't really think about that. Then again, the movie came out in 92, so who knows? Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you comment down below and tell me, are you excited to watch the new Candyman? Make sure you hit the like button and make sure you hit the bell for notifications of when I go live or when I upload a video. That being said, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video because I'm going to make more of these. And I hope you enjoy it. Just hit the comment section. Tell me, do you like me doing these? Because I want to do some different stuff. I don't want to just do gameplay videos all the time. That being said, guys, enjoy. Have a good day. Y'all stay safe. Stay COVID free. I'm out.